my EC BITX dual band radio, and I have changed the startup menu in such a way that it starts on 7135 rather than the default 7050. That was by editing the Arduino firmware code and re-uploading. Now this has been powered only by the, I'll show you. This is the power coming from the USB to USB mini into the Arduino inside the radio. That's why there is communication going on between the radio and the computer. That is the reason why you have that noise. If you switch on the power, the DC power to the radio, then it will be different. I'll show you. I'm going to switch on. Now I have switched on the DC power to the radio. That is DC power from my lithium iron phosphate battery. So now that noise is gone, this is in standby mode now. Now what I am going to do is that this is currently a dual band station. I am going to change it to 40 meter only for demonstrating some code changes. It is showing S5 signal and the antenna indicator is there, signal bar is there. There is no station on this frequency. You can see that the step is 1 kilohertz for tuning. If I turn this, it will change by 1 kilohertz. That is the tuning step. I am going to change the firmware of the radio into a simple 40 meter firmware. Currently this is 1.5 version of VU3 GAO, that is for dual band. This is the Arduino IDE software in my laptop. You can see Arduino IDE. I'll switch it on and I'll resize the size also. So that the whole screen will be seen here. It has been repositioned. You can see that the board is seen as Arduino Nano here, and just above that you will see the version also. I will bring it down. This is the EC BITX VU3 GAO version 1.5.1 and opened in Arduino IDE 2.3.8 software. And this is the code you will see here. This is the DDS calibration. The full code is in here. I am not going to change that. I am just going to change it to a single band code. That's what I am going to do. And this icon here on right upper corner is the serial monitor. You can see this is serial monitor. If I click, the serial monitor here went off. If I click again, the serial monitor is coming here. Now if you send a message to the radio, that will be taken by the Arduino Nano. Here you can see Arduino Nano COM port that has gone slightly below. I'll have to pull it up. You can see Arduino Nano on COM port 5. That is a virtual port which is created in the laptop when the software, corresponding software is installed. When I am pressing the serial monitor button which I had shown earlier, see what happens to the radio. It will restart. You see the EC BITX dual band logo was shown. I'll do it once again. It restarted. EC BITX dual band. Now I am going to open a new sketch. So that new sketch is EC BITX 1.3.ino, and that needs to be in a new folder. EC BITX version 1.3, create and move. So I have created that folder and it has moved on to that. You can see now it is Arduino Nano and displayed as different. That is version 1.3. This is mono band. Earlier it was dual band. We'll just go through this code. These are the various libraries which are needed: wire.h, rotary encoder, SI5351, EC button, liquid crystal. That's for the display. These libraries are needed, which have been already installed. The place where you can get those libraries are also mentioned as comments in the software. Here you see that these are the limits, and this is the DDS cal. This is different from the previous value, so I'll have to change that. Earlier, by calibration method using my FT710, I had found that the value was different, and I am pasting that value here before uploading. And here you can see that the frequency BFO will start at 7050. Enter your initial frequency at startup. I am going to change it. I made it 7135, just the frequency which I often visit, so that's why I just changed that. There are many other things to be changed. This is BFO that I'll change later because that has to be aligned, and these are the various parameters here in this code. As I have made some changes, I'll have to first before uploading, I'll use this button, that is verify. I'll verify the code, and here you can see done compiling, and there is no errors shown, so I can upload this code now. Uploading is quite simple. Just press this here, and you can see that there was a change in the audio. Now it has become EC BITX monoband. The display was there for some time, and now it has gone to 7135. During startup, it will be shown as EC BITX 40 meter. This is the best match I have got for my BITX. Frequency is slightly away, 790 Hz above. That I'll have to check the calibration again, and the audio is not good. I'll have to align the BFO. For aligning the BFO, first long press of this tune button for 2 seconds. So it has gone to BFO setup mode. I have focused on the lower part of the screen. You can see that there are so many instructions in the Arduino serial monitor. That is, press W for increment in steps of 100 Hz. So press Q once done and note the final BFO. The current BFO will be this is the current BFO 999680. So I'll try bringing it I'll press W and C. And enter. So the BFO has changed. Instead of the 680, it has gone to 6900. You can see it here. I'll press O. It has gone back to the old value. With some trial and error, I have reached the value of 9998450. That is the BFO setting which I have reached now. Now you can see that the frequency is much better, and also the audio was fairly intelligible. I will not say that it is the best. I like to fine tune more. Now you can see that the frequency step is 1 Hertz for fine tuning. This is 6:52 AM. Local stations are in skip. That is the initial announcement of BelGamNet. I know I have to fine tune a little more, but that will take time, I think. Probably there is some distortion due to the hardware also. I'll have to check that out. I just wanted to illustrate the method of changing the BFO setting using Arduino serial monitor. That is not from the radio directly, but from the Arduino serial monitor in the laptop.